I know I already said this, but the Child's Play franchise has been on a peak. You're gonna hear a lot of my throat clearing because I'm sick. The first one was amazing. The second one was even better than the first one. Then the third one came around, it wasn't good. It wasn't good, but it still went down. And then the Bride of Chucky went more down, and then the Seed of Chucky, it's been going down. The peak was at the second one, which some people say it's the best out of the Child's Play franchise. And it just seemed like the Chucky franchise was going to be at an all-time low. That there could never be a movie that could top the second one. And that's what we all had to believe. For how long has it been? Let me see. Since 2004, after the Sea of Chucky, we thought, man, we could not get another good Child's Play movie. That was 9 years later. Don Mancini created a direct-to-video Chucky sequel called The Curse of Chucky, and although it might not be as good as the second one, but hey, it was still amazing. I gotta say that this is Don Mancini's true return to form in the Child's Play series. Not only does the gothic aesthetic fit with the movie, but Chucky just seems like a even more nihilistic bastard than he was in the other movies. Now, before I get to my cons in this movie, let's go over some pros, shall we? Because this movie is, like I say, a tour de force in the Child's Play franchise. First off, Chucky. Some say that his design and Curse isn't good. Now I agree. I didn't like it, but then they showed the design afterwards with the scars, and he looks pretty cool with the scars on. And also, even though I already said that I didn't like his design, I think like the childish part kind of fits with the whole Chucky's face because he had a childish face when he wasn't a doll. Also, Chucky is way more evil in this movie. He got smarter. He got smarter, he got darker, and speaking of dark, the kills in this movie are ooh. Now that since this movie isn't created by Hollywood, he can have whatever takes he has. In these movies, all the kills are gory. We have people crashing into cars. We have people who crash into cars in the aftermath that we see is some glass in the neck, almost decapitating it. You can see the what's inside the neck. Oof! And I believe there was a hanging in an elevator, I think. But anyways, the movie's kills are amazing in this, even better, and I might say they're even better than the entire franchise. And also, they introduce us to Nika, which is a character that I'm playing right now. And no, Nika's not the one who gets Chucky. It's her little sister. And I really and also cinematography and set design is beautiful in this movie. Like really, the movie's so dark. Not just atmospherically, but also in the movie as well. It's almost always dark outside with little to no sunlight. And since there's no sunlight here, Chucky can do more sneak attacks and sneak out and do whatever many things he can. Another thing that I like Nika. I like Nika, and she becomes a future great protagonist for the rest of the franchise, from the series to the next movie. Another thing that I like about this movie is the ending, baby. We got Andy back. Now those are all my pros in this movie. I feel like I'm forgetting some, so please remind me. So please remind me of any good stuff. It's been a while since I watched this movie. I'm doing this from memory. I'm not watching it right now because I don't think the Chucky movies are available to watch anywhere except for like paying them, and I don't have any money to spend digitally. Not my cons in this movie. Now, spoiler, and again, I'm gonna review this like if this movie came out in 2012, in 2013. I'm not going to review See a Chucky came out after that. I'm gonna watch it like I watched it when it came out originally. So my only problem with this movie is that when the priest died, I felt like the priest was just like a brush off character, you know. Whenever the poison chili scene comes on, I felt like the moment could have been really more impactful if it was a major character that died, but no, they did it with the priest. Like the chili scene was such an amazing moment. It was very suspenseful, and I really felt, and I was really on the edge of my seat because I didn't know who was gonna die. I didn't know if it was gonna be the little girl. I didn't know if it was gonna be Nika and Nika's parents. But the priest, I mean, I get why they did the priest. He's not gonna be a major character in this movie, but it felt kind of lazy that he just put him in the character just so he can die out of poison chili. What was it? Anyways, that's just my complaints of the movie, that the priest felt like he was a useless character in this movie. And those are all my pros and cons about Curse of Chucky. I give this movie a 9 out of 10 in my books. It's a really good scary movie. Watch it if you're a fan of the Chucky series or you like horror movies in general. Man, I don't know about you, but I could go for some chili right now. See ya.